Hey, what's up, traders? This is Zach. Sorry I don't have the camera on. Didn't feel like plugging it in today, but I just wanted to kind of go over the past few weeks and how everything's going. I know everybody's kind of frustrated as to what's happening in the markets and it being flat, technically. Not a lot of trades working out for people, especially myself. I've tried to trade a lot of names here recently and just, got stopped out of a lot of things. Most important aspect of trading, especially when you're a breakout trader, is making sure you're using stop losses and being very selective. So it's a very specific market right now. You have to pick some of the best setups, things that are going to break out in the next day or two, and not choose too many of them. Because here's the thing, if you can choose 10 of the best stocks and get into 10 of the best stocks and get stopped out of those stocks, you take your hits on those stop losses, you're going to have a massive drawdown. So if you select 2 to 3 of those trades per week and really focus on those and narrow in on them and lower your expectations for profits, maybe cut your profit expectation in half, make your stop loss a little bit tighter, make sure you're actually underneath your support or the level of your risk adjusted, what your risk level is. You're going to do a lot better, especially in this market. It's very choppy. There's names out there that are not setting up. This past Friday, the 27th, I believe, was a very big day. It was 26th, I'm sorry. A very big day in the market. There was a huge pop in the markets due to something happening. Don't really know what it is, but the price tells it all. And a lot of names popped. And the bad thing about that is it ruined a lot of chart patterns. If you weren't in the day before, you missed the pop. And now today on Monday, a lot of these names are consolidating after that move. They're digesting that move. The prices have to really readjust. Whenever this happens and the market's down or there's just names kind of all over the place, it's always important to sort through your stocks by relative strength. And I preach this every time. I do this every weekend. I'll find the strongest stocks out there. What's moving the strongest against the market? If the market was down, what am I looking at that's green? Is there a bull flag that's green on the last day that was red? And that kind of gives us a layer of probability that stock is going to kind of rebound next time the market is due to, pick up the next day. So right now we're almost at all-time highs in the S&P 500, which is really strange because a lot of stocks aren't showing that much promise. Things are kind of moving sideways, and you can kind of see how this last candle is consolidating right next to the large candle on Friday, which is expected after that big move like we were talking about. It is a bullish setup, though. It looks like it's flagging a little bit, might actually attack highs, which is good for us breakout traders. But here's the thing. We go to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the diamonds, the mini index, I suppose. Oh, oops, if I can spell. Same thing for here. We're approaching highs pretty quickly. This is the second attempt at this level that we're approaching right here. Could it move higher? Absolutely. Could we get a pullback? Absolutely. This is a 50-50 shot just because it's the second attempt at this level. So these two are the biggest indicators of the stock market, kind of the health of the overall market that we're looking at right now. And they're both doing really well. But here's the other thing. We go to the Qs, which is the NASDAQ ETF. This thing's moving sideways. It's making a pattern of a descending triangle channel, whatever you want to call it. It's moving sideways. It's not making a lot of progress. We're going to have to get above 320, 324 for this thing to actually start moving and making some breakouts for us. It's not incredibly worrying that where this stock is. It does need to take a breather. It has been moving up for a very long time. We just broke out of this consolidation here. As you can see, there's a lot of trademarks within this consolidation and this consolidation, so we could move higher. I'm very long bias. I always think things are going to go up. That's why I put my stop losses so tight, because sometimes I'm wrong. But I have a long bias, and this trend looks really good on this chart, especially all the way from last year. It's just gone up incredibly. Looks like almost 100%. So that's the confusing aspect about this. Some of the biggest names and some of the highest growth stocks are in the NASDAQ right now, and this thing's just moving sideways. Next thing is small caps, which have really struggled the past month or 2 months. We're just choppy, very choppy, up a few days, down a few days, up a few days, down a few days. And this chart, it's underneath all its moving averages. Doesn't look too healthy, doesn't look like it's going to really attempt to move higher. 207, 208, this area right here looks to be a great support level. If we can play off of that, get some great volume to move this thing higher. It already retested it back on the 25th. Great volume on that day, moved higher, but getting a sell-off today, not too big of a surprise after a move like that. You can't have every day a green day. There was some news in the market today that hedge funds are liquidating billions of dollars of positions. Not that that really matters, but it's a factor in some of the stuff going on today. A lot of rotation out of big tech names and things like that. I was talking to a trader today and kind of discussing what the market looks like in general, what it has looked like. And I'll tell you, this is not the worst market's ever been. This is actually really good. So back all 2020, I mean, we've had barely any, besides this massive drawdown, the 30% drawdown. Ever since then, that bottom hit and we just started continuing up. We've had a little bit of consolidation, but we've had a lot of up days. It's been a long stock, buying stock market. But if we go back to 2018 and we check out what that market was like, you can see the tumultuous aspect of this market. I mean, day one, close right going into 2018, we dropped down, hit the 200-day moving average. It consolidates for a few months up until May, and it breaks out again, moves higher, breaks out again, moves higher, and then all of a sudden, the bottom falls out in October and just slashes us, consolidates and slashes us. We hit 125 in the market. That's insane. I mean, look at where we're at now in the IWM. It's a pretty long way down, and this isn't only in the IWM. We look at the S&P 500, the SPY. I don't know if I said that's what was the SPY. I'm sorry if I did. That was the IWM, the Russell 2000 index. Oops, we are right here. Sorry about that. So 2018 to 2019, you see all this chop. This was an incredibly hard year to trade in, and this was when Donald Trump was president. He was talking about a lot of trade negotiations, and things just kept hitting the fan, and nothing was really working out. So we dropped. Day one, 2017 was a landmark year. It was just up every day, up, non-stop. And, we just played off this 200-day moving average, and when it finally broke, it tried to hold it and tried to move higher, but ended up dropping down to 234, which is incredible if you look back where we're at now in the markets, closer to 395, almost 400. So down 50% at that time. We were in a bear market for just a short time before it bounced. So things could be worse. If you're looking at the market now, it does look like it's a bit extended, does need a break. I would not be shocked if we got a huge drawdown in the next few weeks. So, be prepared. Keep your stops tight. If you're in cash, that's, cash is king. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing, in the market, nobody can predict the future. It's not as rigged as you guys think it is. It could go higher. It could keep making all-time highs. 400 is a huge psychological level, so expect for that to be a very difficult price point to just get through. Some of the names I looked at today, I still am in... what was I trading today? I went to the gym and I kind of lost track of where I was today. VIRT. I'm in VIRT right now, and this is a smaller short-term trade. I'll probably exit tomorrow when we get closer to 32, move another dollar, try to take some profits off the table. But this was just a quick trade, nice little bull flag here, move higher, boom. It's actually one of the only green stocks today that I've seen in the market. Was on my watch list if you're part of my group chat. If you're not, go ahead and scan that QR code right there. It'll take you straight to the Discord channel. But this was on the watch list for the week, and growth really didn't matter too much. It just had some mixed results, profit margins down, things like that. But still, good trade, nice pattern. Took advantage of that and moved on. The market just closed, so things are gonna look a little different on the chart. So next one I was looking at is NVST. NVST is a one, I'm looking at a 42 breakout. If we can get higher with a lot more volume, that'll be one I'm having my eyes on. And this is more of like a safe breakout trade. It's not super consolidated. It's already on a trend, a very long-term trend. I'm just trying to break that all-time high and, catch that swing higher. BAM, this is another one, just like VIRT. It's a smaller bull flag. Just want to take advantage of that $46 breakout and see if we can get a move higher. A couple bucks, move on from the trade. NTLA is one I really have my eyes on right now. $67 breakout. It's a little more than, I think it's exactly 25% off its highs, but it looks good. Consolidation looks good. We have a horizontal resistance level and a diagonal one. So these kind of pinch point the price in this small zone, as you can see. Let me circle this for you, if I can get my tools. So let's see, right here. Boom. Moving a little closer. As you can see, it's we're looking for that 67 breakout. Once it breaks through that, it's going to be, it looks to be pretty explosive. We still got some move levels to work through at 68, 69, and then move higher. $80 is the price target. There's going to be a tighter stop on this one, lower position size, just because it can move really fast, and I don't want it to get really get ahead of us when if it moves against me. So tighter stop, lower position, especially in these markets, everything's chop. It can get stopped out almost instantly. So still want to do some trades, still want to play some stocks, but guys, be safe out there. Use your stop losses, trade smart. Don't be too aggressive. Take care, guys. Trade smart.